Hi, good evening. I'm Haikal from Trance Republic. Right here with me is James Dymond. Hi,
Hello.
James.
Hello.
Welcome to Singapore.
Thank you.
As you may know, James actually played for us at Azura last night, Sentosa. So right now we have an interview with him. So James, first question, could you give us a short introduction about yourself?
Yeah, so from England, I live in London. I've been producing for maybe 3-4 years now, mainly trance and progressive, bit of tech trance as well. Been doing music all my life, kind of played the piano, started when I was 7 years old, and that's kind of went through classical and jazz and things like that, and then moved on to music at school and university, and went from there.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Next question. We know that it's your first time in Singapore.
Yeah.
So, what do you feel about the crowd here?
It was really good. It was great to play to people who really knew the music, every single track. Play at some gigs where part of the crowd aren't really into the music as much because they don't know what the trance tracks are really. But no, last night it was brilliant. They knew every single track and they really loved dancing the whole night long. So perfect.
Yeah. I was one of them in the crowd. We were like jumping around to almost every track that you played.
Awesome.
So it was awesome set actually.
Brilliant.
Right. Next question. How would you describe your experience playing at big festivals, such as State of Trance and Grotesque? Do you prefer to play in clubs or festivals?
I think I probably prefer to play in clubs, to be honest, because it's great playing at festivals. I mean, it's awesome playing to really big crowds, but you don't get that intimate kind of like interaction with the crowd that you can do at a club event. Like with the big festivals, you're very distant from the audience. Yep. And it's kind of hard. You can't get really any interaction with the crowd. It's quite hard to read the crowd as well because everybody does their own thing. Whereas something like last night, which is a bit small and a bit intimate, you can kind of read the crowd and change the music accordingly. And I'd rather play kind of a club setting.
Nice.
Yeah.
So yesterday I saw there was one guy wearing a mask during Evil ID.
Yeah, exactly.
So what do you make of it? What do you make of it?
It was cool.
Nice fitting for the
school? Yeah, absolutely. It's Halloween yesterday anyway, so 2 days ago.
Were you shocked to see the guy in the mask?
Yeah, I was a bit weird.
Right, next question. Probably a bit personal. So, could you share one embarrassing moment while you were on tour?
There's probably quite a few, to be honest, but it's mainly just falling asleep while I'm on tour. I was at a gig a little while ago and I fell asleep for about 3 hours. I was only going to have like an hour's sleep, and the promoter was downstairs trying to get me to wake up, ringing the telephone for ages and ages, and I was just absolutely passed out. Probably maybe some more ones, but won't go into.
Okay, next one. Before you started producing and DJing, what do you do for a living?
Well, I've only just kind of started doing music full time. So this year I went full time. I was doing I was a marketing job. For an insurance firm. Not exactly the most interesting of jobs, but I did that for about 2.5 years, and at the same time I was doing the music production and the DJing. But I mean, before that, I've worked for like 3 different record labels. I used to work for like a techno record label doing kind of digital marketing and things like that. It's pretty cool. And then before I just did general bar jobs and things really, and always kind of done a bit of music. And I was at university for 3 years, so did kind of standard bar jobs to get a bit of money from them.
Yeah. I see. So the next question, in 3 words, how would you describe your music?
Probably like uplifting, energetic and powerful.
Powerful?
Yeah.
I think we experienced that last night. There was a mix of different styles, uplifting, tech, a bit of psy
trance.
I think the crowd loved the psy part.
Yeah, definitely.
Next question. What are some of your musical influences?
Well, I think a lot of it comes from like my classical piano days. I did classical music up to grade 7 on the piano. And a lot of my kind of tracks got that kind of classical feel to it. The breakdowns are very orchestral type stuff. I do some kind of film type music as well, so that kind of comes into it. In terms of producers, like, you know, Armin van Buuren's still one of my favourite DJs. He was one of the first people first DJs to see when I was younger. And you know, people like Sean Tyers and Daniel Candy were also big influences in my music when I was starting out.
Yeah. Nice. Daniel Candy, one of my favourite artists too.
Yeah.
What about Tiesto? Do you actually like look up to him? Do you like him?
He wasn't really one that I never saw him live when I was kind of getting into trance, and I don't know, no, not really. For me, he wasn't really, you know, one of the artists that I kind of looked up to, as not as much as say Armin van Buuren. As I said, he was the first DJ I saw live at a big festival, and it was the first event I ever went to, so that really kind of, you know, stuck with me the whole time, which is why I'm such a big fan.
Yeah, like when it showed that when you played Shiva's last track.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, everyone like kind of went crazy about that track, you know, because Armin doesn't play that track nowadays, but it was a very good track. Yeah, I love that track.
Don't probably never see Armin play it again. Maybe it is Armin only shows where he does the vinyl classics and things like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Agreed. Next one. In the past year, your remixes have been actually much sought after, and they've been hitting the Beatport trance charts regularly. What is your formula for such successful chart-topping tracks?
I mean, I just try to make the best track I can, really, especially when it comes to a remix. It's kind of, you know, you don't do a remix and do it half-heartedly, you know, you do make sure it's 100%. I treat a remix the same as I treat an original, you know. I want it to be the absolute best, and if I don't like what I'm doing, then I'll start again, basically. You know, there's been a couple of times I've been doing remixes that I'll start the remix again because I'm not happy with the sound quality or the kind of direction that it's going for. So yeah, I treat it like an original. I do exactly the same. If I've got a lot of originals that I finished that I just don't, you know, never release because I'm not happy with them. If I don't think it'll work in a club, and if I don't think it's up to the standard I should be producing at, then I don't release it pretty much. I don't get it out there.
Is that the case for your rework for Adagio for strings?
No. That, I like that one.
Yeah, but it's not been released yet,
It's not
right?
being released, no.
Any plans to release it?
Probably not. Like, I think Armada were looking to try and get it released, but because it was an original Black Hole recordings track, it's, you know, it's difference in labels, it's probably not going to be released. But I just keep it for my live sets. I gave out to a few DJs. You know, Armin played it quite a lot. Last year at State of Trance and Armin Only, and you know, the other DJs that I've given it to have played it and things. But yeah, I just keep it for my own sets. Really, it's nice to have an exclusive track. So yeah, just a bit of fun, that track as well.
We heard that track yesterday, and everyone was like, wow, you know, because I've been wanting to hear that track live from you, your rework. Yeah. So I think most of us do also, and we actually like, wow, you know, we went crazy, you know.
Club, Well, that's it as well, because like, if everybody's got that track, then people are going to hear it. But it's something exclusive for my show, you know, for my gigs. So it's something that I've got that other people don't. So that's probably why I won't give it away or release it. not for a while.
Right. Okay. Next question. Tell us more about your radio show, Uncontrolled Environment.
I don't really do much of it at the moment. It was kind of an idea that I started, and you know, just kind of get a monthly radio show out. It's quite hard to do like live track listing and promote it when I'm away. It's on a Saturday at 5 o'clock, local London time, GMT, but on Afro House FM. But it's quite hard to kind of promote it when I'm away on Saturdays and things like that. I think I'm looking at kind of next year maybe starting a podcast idea, which is going to be uploaded to my SoundCloud, so it's a bit more manageable sometime, but I can just literally upload it to SoundCloud and we download it as a iTunes podcast as well, you know, automatically subscribe to it and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean, Uncontrolled Environment is a good way to get, you know, just to show people what I play, and, you know, if they don't listen to my, you know, come to my gigs or anything like that, then it's a good thing the way they can listen to the style of music that I play out.
Right. So, your plans for podcasts will be weekly, monthly?
Probably monthly. Yeah, I don't think there's good enough music released every week. You know, in particular like uplifting, trance. You know, maybe if I did the wide spectrum, 2-hour show type of thing with maybe like, you know, progressive and uplifting, but it's a lot of work as well. You know, if I'm away for a couple of weeks or something, and it's going to be a bit hard to do that. So probably monthly. Yeah.
But it's, I think it's actually quite hard when you're touring and stuff to actually do a live track listing of your radio shows. Armin does it like every week, you know, with that kind of dedication. It's very hard.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm probably a bit too lazy for that.
All right. Next question: how would you describe the trance scene when you first started out as compared to now?
It's changed quite a lot. I mean, I've only been in it maybe 3-4 years from releasing music and things like that, and you know, the whole kind of merger of like the house sounds and the trance sounds have kind of evolved in the last couple of years, and you know, it's good. It's kind of like making it a bit more commercial in that sense, and new people are getting into that style because maybe it's a bit more kind of commercially viable, and hopefully from there they'll find like the 138 and more progressive sound in trance. But yeah, it's changed quite a lot, you know. I mean, I think it's for the better, really. It's good that there's different genres coming, like even more genres coming out of trance, 'cause, you know, there's quite a few genres already, and for another one to be evolving, it just shows that trance is evolving as well, you know. Maybe uplifting might evolve as well sometime in the future, and if it brings more fans to the industry, then even better, you know, bigger gigs and, you know, more people buying the music, so more fans. Yeah, I think that's good.
Right. The next question: what advice can you give to aspiring musicians if they want to make a living in this industry?
You just got to work your ass off, really. It's hard. It's hard to make a living in this industry because it's so competitive. You know, there's so many people releasing music and so many labels and things like that, and it's hard to, you know, to learn to produce full stop. And then you just got to keep on progressing and trying, and you know, there was times when I was producing, when I was learning to produce, and I thought, oh, I can't do it, type of thing, you know, I was going to give it up, Tyler, you know, I was just like, actually, no, keep on going, just got to keep on working at it, you know, if you work hard enough, then I'm sure you're going to be able to make a living out of it finally. But I think it just takes time, you know. There's a lot of people who think, oh, I'm going to jump into it, I'm going to become a DJ producer, I'm going to make loads of money, type of thing. It doesn't really happen like that.
It's not overnight, yeah?
Yeah, not overnight. You know, it takes a good few years. Some people, it takes, you know, 5 or 6, 7 years to get to that stage, you know. I've been quite lucky that kind of my productions helped me progress my career quite quickly, and the labels that I released on. So I've kind of managed, I'm quite lucky that I've been able to, within maybe 3-4 years, go into producing and DJing full time. But yeah, a lot of guys have been doing it longer than that, and you know, maybe some people have even gone back to working after they kind of, you know, died off a little bit, come back to kind of a non-music related job. So yeah, it's hard work, but I guess just keep at it, really. Learn how to produce, learn how to DJ, and try and get advice from other producers and DJs on how to go, follow the scene. Yeah, you kind of learn the politics and business of the scene, I guess.
Politics.
Yeah. It's always a sensitive subject.
You can actually see like people like Mark Sherry, 20 over years in the industry, still going strong.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Armin, Tiesto, but we all know that he moved to other stuff. But, you
know, they're putting the hard work in. You know, they haven't stopped working as hard as they can, and it shows. Like you say, like Mark Sherry, you know, he's always kind of kept his game as high as he can go, really. Now he's progressing as an artist as well. He's found his new kind of style, and he's trying to do, you know, bring back the tech trance. He's doing his Outburst record label. That shows that he knows, you know, he needs to progress and start new things and keep his career going, and it's the same with Armin Chester and anyone really who wants to continue making a living in the scene.
Have you contacted Mark Sherry about any releases on Outburst?
Well, we've spoken about it, we speak quite regularly, and he mentioned it to me when he was first setting up the label. You know, he said he wanted to get some releases from me. So yeah, we've been speaking about things, and I'll probably do a release for him sometime. Hopefully maybe a remix or something like that as well.
Nice. So what is next for James Dymond?
Lots of things, really. Hopefully by the time this goes out, I'm changing new management, so I'm working with Audio Religion, who's Chris Duncan, so that'll be alongside Indecent Noise, Arctic Moon, Sebastian Brandt. So that's kind of like the next level up for me in terms of management wise. You know, my old manager, absolutely brilliant. They got me to where I am today, and really appreciate that. and then it's just kind of time to move up to kind of the next level sort of thing. So that's good. We've been speaking and got some really good gigs coming next year, some big festivals and things like that, and some good clubs around the world, which is really cool. Production wise, got a lot of new stuff, new track coming on, Mental Asylum, which is an original. Played it last night as well, went down really well.
Wow.
And it's like a nice uplifting track. Got trying to work on some vocal originals to get out there. So there's a couple of artists that I'm trying to work, vocalists that I'm trying to work with, to try and get some vocals down. Remixes, a couple talking with other guys about some remixes and things like that. So yeah, going well, steadily going well.
Yeah. Any plans for a debut album?
No, not anytime soon. I haven't got any time for it, It's hard enough trying to find time to make a single track for release, good enough original, like I was saying before. To make like 10, 11 of them, it'll take me a long time to get them all as good as I want it to be. And if I was to do an album, I'd have to do like loads of different styles as well. It wouldn't just be 138,
Yeah.
There'd be lots of classical and kind of chill out and stuff like that in it as well. All different styles of music. But no, definitely, maybe not for the next couple of years.
So when you mentioned working with vocalists, any particular vocalist that you would like to work with?
Yeah, there's a girl called Kim from Holland, and me and a producer have already done a collab with her singing in it. It's kind of keeping that on the down low at the moment. It's almost been leaked, but it hasn't kind of been leaked. And she's it's Drift Moon's girlfriend actually. Yeah. So he does a lot of music with her. She's an amazing singer. So check out some of Drift Moon's stuff, and you'll hear her singing in there. Everything's pitch perfect. And the one that she sung on our track that I've done this other collab with a producer, the vocals are absolutely amazing. So trying to work with her in the next year. I think work with her quite heavily. I'm doing a vocal remix of a track by Sarah Lynn at the moment, so that actually could be a potential idea to work with in the future. And I know that Adrian and Raz Recordings might be looking to work with me on some collaborations with their artists, their vocalists as well. So yeah, it doesn't really matter who the artist is, I'm not really about finding, a really big vocalist. It doesn't matter. It's about the voice at the end of the day. Yeah. So cool. Hopefully maybe find some, hidden talent. Yeah.
So is the case, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we have a few questions from your fans here in Singapore.
Okay.
Question from Brandon. What do you think of the trance scene in Singapore?
Yeah, well, it was good. Like I said before, I experienced it last night, and it was really good. Everyone was really nice and really welcoming, things like that. The music. That's the thing. That's what I like when I play at an event, that the people know the music and know what's being played. And if it's an unreleased track or something brand new, they still react the same way as they would do if it's something that they know really well and things like that. So from my experience, it's been great so far. Yeah, really liking it.
All right. So from one more question from Jefferson Sia. Do you play Dymond Dash?
Yeah, I did actually. Yeah. I played it quite early on last night. Yeah.
Okay. That was actually meant to be a funny question.
What?
Diamond Dash? Yeah.
Diamond Rush?
Dash.
Oh, Dash.
Dash, yeah.
Oh,
Diamond
right.
Dash.
I thought you said Diamond Rush, my track.
Sorry.
Diamond Dash.
Yeah, Diamond Dash. The game, the app on your iPhone. Do you play that game?
I haven't got it. I haven't got an iPhone.
Okay, one more question. What other musical instruments do you play?
Well, apart from piano, I played saxophone. I got a grade 7 on the saxophone as well, actually. Yeah,
wow.
It's a grade 7 on both the piano and saxophone, but I haven't played the saxophone in like 6 years or something like that. I kind of got bored of it.
Wow.
Yeah, I got really far, and then I was just like, got bored. I used to do a lot of jazz and blues, so I played saxophone in a band. I've also played like guitar and bass guitar and things like that as well. A little bit of drums. So yeah, quite a few instruments really.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's actually the end of the interview. So James, we would like you to do one slogan for us, like we've done with all the artists that we have interviewed. So we would like you to look in the camera.
Right.
Say, hi, I'm James Dymond.
Yeah.
I'm with Trance Republic.
Yeah.
In trance we trust always.
That's right.
Could you do that?
Yeah, I can do that. Okay. Hi, I'm James Dymond. We're with Trance Republic. In trance we trust always.
And that's the end of the interview. Thank you guys.
Thank you.